With my new role as assistant head coach, it's given me a few more responsibilities as far as being able to interact with Coach O'Leary in the day-to-day operations of the football program, and the opportunity to work with him a little more closely with some of the things outside of the game of X's and O's.
Well, I think Coach Key deservedly, has been promoted to an assistant head coach position. He's been around Coach O'Leary the longest of anybody else on this staff.
He started like we all do at the bottom as a graduate assistant, work your way up. He's been with Coach O'Leary since he left high school, played for him at Georgia Tech, and been with him his entire career.
Coach O'Leary is not only a boss to me, he's a mentor and a father figure to me in a lot of ways. He's the guy that was there for me when I was 17 years old, and he walked into my living room and told me that if I went through his program, he would graduate me and prepare me for life. And now, being 34 years old, 17 years later, I can look back and say that he has prepared me for life.
Coach Key and I, we've known each other for half our lives now. We were teammates at Georgia Tech, roommates for 3 of those years, and now we've been here at UCF together for 7 or 8 years. So he's a tough coach on the players, but he's also one of those coaches that the players respects when he gets after them.
That title, that gives him a little more exposure to administrative aspects of being a coach, coordinator, assistant head coach. You're responsible for more than just your little position group, and this gives him an opportunity to grow as a coach from an administrative standpoint.
Anytime you can see the day-to-day operations of a football program and look within the program and get more responsibility in any job, it helps you prepare for where you might end up down the road.
Load high! There you go! Don't guess, come off the ball on the quick. Lower three, triple!
As an offensive line coach, I take a lot of pride in coaching that position and having played offensive line. And wherever I end up in my coaching career, the offensive line will definitely be the position that I favor and look at, and probably be the most harsh on at times, and at the same time expect the most out of.
Very enthusiastic and very passionate about what he does, and a good teacher, very knowledgeable for a young coach who's progressing.
He doesn't sleep, he eats, breathes football like 24 hours a day. He brought me and Jordan into his office a couple weeks ago, and he actually bought like a cot off of like some website. He bought like a memory foam cot so he could like watch film and diagnose the film and do stuff like that all in his office. Like, he never goes home.
He takes this game to another level. It means so much to him. And he's been with Coach O'Leary for so many years, from playing for him, being a GA, and then now been coaching the last couple of years. He's the next man in line, and I definitely think he deserves it.
1, 2 seconds, step in the grass, man. Okay, tight ends up. Play for that person next to you. You play for that person next to you. You play for that person in the hole with you.
My main priority here at UCF is to coach the offensive line and to make sure that those 5 guys up front are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and going out and executing the game plan that we put together during the week, and going out and being able to run the football and protect the quarterback on Saturdays.
Everything that I know, I owe to Coach Key, because he's been my only offensive line coach since I've been playing football. So I got to give all the credit to him, but not just football, being the man that I am, because he teaches us about respect and about having dignity and pride in what we do.
Coach Key's probably been the greatest help to me as a player. Everything I know in depth about the game, I've learned through him, and he's a really smart guy. So anything he possibly says to me, I'll trust him in whatever he says.
It's good to build that bond with the guys that you coach, not only on the field but off the field, and gaining that trust in them, and then those guys gaining the trust in you so that you can count on them to do what you want them to do on the field. And then as well, knowing that they're going to be doing what they're supposed to be doing off the field.
I respect him an awful lot. Coach Key is a good friend of mine. Sometimes I lean on him, or sometimes he'll come into my office and look me in the eye and say, hey man, it'll be all right.
Coach Key will be a great head coach one day. I know he'll get his shot eventually. He's just going to be who he is as far as coaching the guys up as hard as he can, always learning the game, always getting better at the game.
Looking at the guys now, it's nice to be able to tell those guys that they might not realize what they're doing now is going to help prepare them 10 years down the road.
What's up, fans? Come out to Bright House Stadium and watch us take on SMU on November 3rd.